Damas y caballeros. Hey, welcome to week 9, guys. we, we are the well-mannered cartel. I am Tom.
I'm Mike.
Yo soy Marlon.
I'm Chris.
El caballo está saltando. Let's get right into the recap. That was a weird opening. Let's get right into the week 8 recap, boys. Now this was another week past. Getting closer and closer to playoffs. It's still really, really close. The first matchup we're looking at is over easy. Took this one 140 to Flint Tropics is 105. Over easy gets another victory. And Flint Tropics, man, just kind of, we've talked about his roster throughout the season and how it's just like hot and cold. It's just either scores 180 or he scores close to 100. But he gets CMC back this week, perhaps. But this past game, let's have a look at it.
Yeah, man. Tannehill did well for him. Got him 20 points. Outscored Matt Ryan. But, Adrian Peterson, man, with 2 points from your starting running back, that's garbage. Boyd had a decent game from him, too, though, with 19 points. And Evan Ingram, I guess, a decent game for his standards, 12 points, because I know he's been trashed for most of the season. So not a bad showing from Ingram.
Yeah.
But, dude, when the Titans' defense -1 points against the Bengals, I mean, Joe Burrow just tore him up, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Burrow's just been lighting them up. Kareem Hunt only had 9 points for over easy. Cooper Kupp went out with 33, though. Tyler Lockett, 7.3. So it's either Tyler Lockett or DK Metcalf, right? They're never both going to be great. It's one or the other.
They alternate. Yeah.
Yeah. Cooper Kupp and Derrick Henry led her team for sure. Other than that, wasn't a strong.
Will Lutz, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't
14 points
strong.
from the kicker.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. That's pretty good. And then Flint Tropics got a negative point from the defense, which you hate to see, which I'm familiar with, but you hate to see it. You hate to see
it. Throughout the league, for the most part, there was a few teams that scored pretty well, but very conservative with the scoring. Man, it was a pretty low scoring week for a lot of teams.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird week.
I think it had a lot to do with the weather and
some of it. Yeah, there were windy games. Like I think there was like 3 or 4 like windy games, and that kind of kept the scoring down. So some of the wide receivers definitely did not have a lot of opportunity, I guess, to show out. But yeah, man, yeah, it was a very low score. We had about 3 or 4 no talent pussies this week.
Borderline.
False.
Pussy gang. Pussy gang. Anyways, that is that matchup. Over easy's now 7-1. Flint Tropics is 4-4, so he's 500. The next matchup we're looking at is LVU 124 against Golon Santo 93. Low scoring for me. Very low scoring.
Very low scoring for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous, bro. Emphasis on the dick part. It was just a grotesque showing for Carson Wentz, and
bro,
it was a dick pic of a matchup. God damn it,
bro.
Unsolicited.
I could not believe it against Dallas, bro. And it was double sad for me because not only did Carson Wentz was he unable to put any meaningful points, but the Cowboys had 4 turnovers, dude, and they did nothing with it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, way to piss on my brain.
Dude, I had 30 points a pop from Adams and Jones, right? My 2 workhorses. So with that, I was like, I'll be okay. And then the rest of my team just kind of, Herbert threw for a couple of picks, so he didn't hit the 30 mark. And then I saw you had three freaking Eagles, pretty much, right? You had Carson Wentz, you had Boston Scott, and you had Amari Cooper. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose this one. And then like Carson Wentz just started he started throwing fumbles, bro. He wasn't throwing interceptions. He was throwing fumbles. So
maybe he's colorblind, bro, and he couldn't see the green jerseys.
Bro, Carson Wentz this season, Carson Wentz this season is Jameis Winston last season. I think he's 1-for-1 touchdowns and interceptions. I think he's thrown like 21 touchdowns and 21 interceptions, like something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking not making good decisions back there.
What got me was that he was so terrible against what probably the worst defense out there, or at least the team that's having like the worst time. Every other showing up against Pittsburgh, he at least scored. He scored at least almost 20 points. And he was. I'm not saying like super monster numbers, but it was good, you know. And it was just such a disappointment.
You definitely expect more than 8.6 points scored against the Cowboys secondary.
Yeah, I mean, you scored 20 against Pittsburgh. If you score 20 against Pittsburgh, you're at least like, oh, he's going to put at least 30 up against Dallas, right? I mean, that's a legit fucking defense over there. Yeah. The Dallas defense is like the worst in the league, so it doesn't make sense, man.
And as the game was approaching, game time. I was looking at Tom's performance, or his team's performance, and I was like, oh shit, man, I got a good shot at this, even though, you know, Kittle was he was eventually hurt. Yeah. But no real shining stars on my team except for the Steelers. But I was like, you know what? Carson Wentz is good for 30, and Boston Scott, I'm hoping at least gives me 20.
Yeah.
You know, against on the ground.
And then it didn't happen.
And then nothing happened. Not even 20 between the two of them, bro. But anyway, okay.
For me,
I'll get off my soapbox.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire only had 6 points, and it's not like those all of the carries went to Le'Veon Bell. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire still had like the major share of carries and passes thrown to him, but it was just like they just chose to throw the ball, and I guess they do that.
Patrick Mahomes just decided to score every touchdown possible in this game. So
I mean. That sucks. That can happen with CEH for sure, especially with Bell on the roster now. And then Goddard only scored me 2.5. He's a guy who I thought it was his first week back off an injury, and I was like, he's going up against Dallas. So the same thing for you, Marlon. You're playing Carson Wentz with confidence, and I was like, Goddard's coming back. I'm going to start him against Dallas. Carson looked his way one time, and he caught one pass, and he the aftermath is 2 points or 2.5. So. That sucked. I shouldn't have done that. I should have stuck with my boy Noah Fant. And then, Deontay Johnson. I played that dude again against the Ravens. Shouldn't have done that either.
Oh.
So I put myself in a shitty situation.
Deontay Johnson. Yeah, what's up with Deontay Johnson? Because I feel like it's either him or fucking Chase Claypool. Like they can't both be good, right? Like they're kind of alternating games too right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Johnson got hurt in the first quarter, and I was like, of course he did, right? And it was a hamstring, and I was like, he's done. But then he came back like in the third quarter, but it was just absolutely a non-factor. So I was confused because the only reason I played him was like he's going to get a bunch of targets because he has been whenever he's healthy. Yeah. And so he might not, put 30 on the Ravens, but he'll, save 10 to 12 points. Nope.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, like you're saying, I don't know that receiving core in Pittsburgh is just weird, man. Because Juju had a good game last week, and he's just been kind of shitty all season. So it's like you don't know what the Steelers really.
It's like too many mouths, bro. Too many mouths to feed right now on receiver for Pittsburgh. So you gotta just hope it's your guy's week,
Yeah.
And Big Ben, he's not the guy he once was, right? So it's just. You can't rely on him to like that one season he threw for, I don't know, it was like 5,000 yards or something. He's not that guy anymore. So it's tough to feed all those mouths. But anyway, LVU is now 4-4. That's 4 straight for my team. Marlon falls to 2-6. The next matchup we're looking at is Bad Hombres 156. The Fornicators 179. Chris.
Woo.
That's a big boy score right there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we were talking about this. What's up? You did call it, Mike.
I called the upset.
You called the upset.
Oh, yeah.
Give yourself some credit there. At least you're getting something right this season.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, we've all been speculating about this Patrick Mahomes game. We've all been waiting for that shoe to drop all season long. When's the Patrick fucking Mahomes game gonna happen? And For sure. He dropped fucking 70 on me, dude. I mean, like sometimes you do the getting and sometimes you get got, brother. And this is what happened to me this week, man. Patrick Mahomes. And give the fornicators credit, bro. I mean, he's fucking 3-5, but he's got a win over me and a win over fucking the Lady Boys. And we've got like 13 wins combined between the two of us. So he's taken down two of the stronger teams. Yeah, the Kingslayer for sure, man. He's and Robert Woods had a great game. I think did he have a rushing touchdown too? I mean, Robert Woods, 28 points. And then Josh Jacobs wakes the fuck up, of course, and got him 22 points. And that game, that was one of those windy games, so they were just pounding the ball, like it was kind of hard to throw in that game, so it was good game script there. But on my side, Russell Wilson with almost 40, and Travis Kelce with 35. I mean, that's what I want to see from those guys, but it just wasn't enough to survive the Patrick Mahomes 70-point game.
Yeah.
Kenny Golladay leaves with an injury. He left with an injury. He hadn't made any catches. I mean, he had 4 targets, no catches, and left with a hip injury, I think in the third quarter. So that was I wasn't going to overcome the goose egg from Kenny G there. I hope he's okay. I think he's gonna miss this week. Hoping he's back next week. But now I'm hearing
2 to 4 weeks, I think.
Contract dispute or something like that. Like like something about him like wanting to get paid. So it might be like, maybe he'll be back in a week. Maybe he'll be back in 3 or 4. It depends on what the money says. So
another Michael Thomas.
Maybe. Let's hope not. But that's a week to week.
These damn wide receivers, man.
It's motherfuckers, bro.
Dude.
Motherfuckers.
A bunch of divas.
And Sterling Shepard had a decent game. 16 points. Just got him off the waiver. I think he got 10 targets, 74 yards, and a tackle. And he, fucking Daniel Jones missed him like on a deep route, like once or twice, man. Like he was like close to like having a really good game, but I'll settle for 16 points there. And then the Eagles against Dallas, man, 22 points. I think they scored a touchdown that shouldn't have been a touchdown, but they gave them the touchdown. I wasn't going to fight it. And then they got 2 points from an intentional safety. So pretty much 8 free points there for the Eagles DST, and that kind of kept me in the game. But it wasn't enough, man. The Fornicators 178, the highest score of the week.
Yeah, man. He had a solid. I mean, Mahomes went for 70, and then you sprinkle in some solid performances from everybody else in this roster, pretty much, except for Jimmy Graham. Yeah, man, he got it done this week. And like Chris, you scored 156. That's a damn good score. And most weeks you win that one. But the Fornicators just Mahomes just went off. It happens. That's why he drafts him so early every year.
Yeah. For that one game where he gets you 70.
So yeah, that's the Fornicators is now 3-5. Bad Hombres is 6-2. Still looking pretty good. The next matchup is Dem Lions 122, Gridiron Throne 108. Mike.
Yeah, man. What do you guys want to talk about?
What can I say? Mike is going to Mike. Mike doing Mike things.
Yeah, man. It's just not my year. I could have gotten a win if I switched up some of these wide receivers, but even at that,
right.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I'm just happy you didn't start Ty. I texted you.
But
I was like, you're really gonna start Ty, bro? Again, we've been telling you all year to stop, and you're still doing it.
But you know who I put in? You know who I put in place of Ty was AJ Green, and he got one more point than
Ty. And then you have Marvin Jones sitting there with 19 on your bench, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's the difference maker right there.
And
for them Lions, I mean Stafford, his boy got him 37 points. Not a bad performance from Matthew Stafford there. 37 from the Lions quarterback that now has COVID. apparently.
Yeah, I remember going through the scores around halftime or so, and Stafford really, I think he had like 7 points or something. So I guess he just went off in the second half. Maybe is that what happened?
Yeah. I checked in early, and it was I knew my team was doing poorly, but his team was also doing poorly, so it seemed like it was like the win was within grasp. But then Stafford, he turned his game around and did me in.
I mean, that was really the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Well, no, Burrow had 22.
It's kind of crazy that 3 guys from this matchup got COVID. Brandon Ayuk, Matthew Stafford, and Jamal Williams all got COVID over the weekend. So that's kind of wild to see. I don't think I've seen that before this season.
It doesn't bode well for you, Mike.
Yeah, because I was, Ayuk was definitely like the MVP of my team the last couple of weeks, and now I lost him for this coming week. So I'm chalking up the loss column for this week.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude. So again, dude, that was a very low scoring game. Dem Lions gets it done with 122 points.
Hey, I've gotten all these losses, 7 of them now, and somehow I've managed to squeak past that no talent pussy of the week.
Hey man, you should. That is something to be proud of for sure.
That is a feat.
Yeah, dude, for sure, man. As long as you don't hit that. I mean, I've been no talent pussy, but I've won a few games since then. But anyways, Gridiron Throne now 1-7. Dem Lions 5-3. Dem Lions is squeaking by every week now, man. He's not scoring too many points, but he's getting it done, and he's sitting at top of the division right now. So good on him. The next matchup was Crossfaded 135. Vino PP 151. So that one was we predicted this one to be a close one. And it was weird because, you had 2 quarterbacks who had decent matchups. Josh Allen only scored 12.4 for Vino Poppies, and Lamar Jackson only had 14.8 for Crossfaded.
Yeah.
But that was against Pittsburgh, but you still, I guess
you would expect a little more.
All about,
yeah.
You know all about Lamar this year.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, dude. And Giovanni Bernard pretty much cancels out Kamara, dude. So 23 to 26.
That was big for Vino for sure.
Just
for Bernard to be in the ballpark of Kamara.
Vino got goose egged by Aguilar, but DK Metcalf just did more than enough. More than enough.
DK Metcalf, crazy guy. Oh. Yeah, he went off 53 points, man. I mean, he won him the game right there.
For sure, man. 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, 12 receptions. That's a monster game for DK. Claypool with a mediocre game, better than the week before though. But 12 points, man. I mean, I know Jose thinks highly of Chase Claypool, but I think he's got to be disappointed with 12 points from Chase.
It might have just been a flash in the pan those couple weeks that he had.
We'll see, man.
Well, it was against the Ravens though. So that's true. That's a pretty good defense. But yeah, Claypool, he did see 9 targets, which has been better. I think that one game where he had with that monster game, he only got it like 5 times. He had like 5 looks, and he just had those crazy like rushing touchdown and that receiving touchdown. But Claypool hadn't been seeing the targets. He saw 9, so maybe that's a good thing. We will see. But like we were talking about earlier, man, you don't know who it's going to be. If it's Deontay Johnson or Chase Claypool.
And I know he started Justin Jefferson and he underperformed, but this was also one of those windy games against the Packers. So that kind of lowered the ceiling there for Justin Jefferson. And then Darren Waller was also involved in a very windy game, so that kind of hindered Darren Waller a little bit also. So I think his squad is probably going to put up a better score next week if obviously half of his players aren't playing in really windy conditions. He should do better. But still, I mean, he got 151. That's a good score, and I mean, he can thank obviously DK Metcalf for that.
Yeah, I think he got rid of Jefferson. He traded him away this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he did. Yeah, that's right.
Traded it to me.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Got our Willen and Dylan over here.
We
Yeah,
had
it,
feelings.
it was raining trades this week.
Yeah, trades are. Yeah, we got until Tuesday next week.
They're popping off.
Mhm.
And I mean, just shout out to the Colts defense. 17 points from your DSC. That's solid, man. And then Bobby Wagner was 17.5 from the IDP position. That is what you want to see. 34 points from those two positions. My goodness.
Yeah, that's great. That's dude. Yeah, what more can you ask for from your IDP, man? That dude, that can win you a game right there. You know?
Oh yeah, dude.
That's crazy. I have not been
For
fortunate.
Sure. That's
to
why
have
when you
an
find
IDP
when you find a good one, you just fucking
stick
it's such
with
a
them.
relief.
Yeah.
God damn, it's such a relief. Yeah.
Set it and forget it. You know.
Set it and forget.
But yeah, that's crossfaded now 3-5 on the year, and Vino Poppy is now 4-4, 500. The last game we're looking at is the Bangkok Ladyboys. 161 gets back in the dub column against a Peaky Blindside at 139.
Yeah.
God damn, Dalvin Cook, dude. God damn.
I
think he scored 4 touchdowns in the first 4 possessions of that game, dude. That is insane. That is fucking insane.
That's a lot of touchdowns.
That's a lot of touchdowns. That's how you do it. My goodness.
Davis, man, only put up 8.7 for him against Atlanta. You expected more from Davis, and then with McCaffrey coming back, he's not going to be much of a factor. So you have to wonder if Peaky's going to try to make a trade for a running back, because he's pretty bare right now at that position, and you got to have at least an RB2, man. You can't just roll.
Right.
You can't roll out with a flex as your running back. It's not going to happen for you. But Allen Robinson, 20 points for him. Tyreek Hill, 29. Gronkowski's been, he's getting better, man. He's feeling himself again. He's got 14 points.
He's scoring touchdowns.
Yeah,
he's scoring touchdowns again. He's a red zone target. Back to Allen Robinson real quick. He picked it up after having 2 kind of mediocre games. He scored 10 points and 12 points back-to-back games, and then got him 20. So Allen Robinson kind of looking like Allen Robinson of a few weeks ago. So that's good for his team. That's a good sign. And then Tyreek Hill is just, I mean, just put him down for 20 every week, right? I mean, at least this guy's just been, he's been 20 all fucking year long. He's a great asset.
Yeah, for sure. And then you look at the other side. I mean, Dalvin Cook, dude, he's. You look at the other scores. Fulgham had 19, and Koo had 13. That's great from a kicker, but that's pretty much. Aaron Rodgers put a respectable 28. That's what you expect from Aaron. But I mean, it was the Dalvin Cook show this game, and
bro, if Dalvin Cook, if you know he's going to be healthy all season, how do you not take him number 1 overall, right? Like if you know you're gonna get 16 fucking games from that guy, like he goes number 1, right? Like he's just a monster, man. He's a monster.
Yeah,
but it's always question mark.
Yeah, I had him last year, and then I was in prime position to take him this year, but I took Clyde Edwards-Helaire instead, just because I was burned last year. So it's kind of tough to take him when you got burned by his injuries the year prior. But he's working out this year. He's only missed 1 game, and now he's scoring 60 points. So that's great. Calvin Ridley got knocked. I think it was a foot sprain or something. Only scored him 7 points. I think he's going to be out this week, but he should be fine in a couple, I believe.
Right.
Mark Andrews only had 6 points for him, but at the tight end position. But yeah, man, Ladyboy's getting back in that dub column, looking strong still. And that's the thing about his team. You had Dalvin go for 60, but he also has Calvin Ridley, and he has DeAndre Hopkins. And like when you have like 3 players like that, when either one of them can go off for 50 points, I mean that's just such a nice thing to have on your team. Bangkok Ladyboys is now 6-2. Peaky Blindside 3-5. I'm sorry, Chris, you had something?
No, I was just going to say his quarterback situation is also kind of, I mean, it can be tough not knowing who to start, but he's got his pick between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. And then, Tom Brady's about to get Antonio Brown. So I don't know if he's going to lean that way or start Rodgers next week. But I mean, it's a nice problem to have. It's a nice problem to have. Picking between those 2 guys.
Yeah, I gave him a hard time for taking Tom Brady, or both Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, but I mean it's working out for him, dude. I think Tom Brady. I I was not high on Tom Brady, going into the season.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I think there was something to be said about him not having weapons, man. There was some more to it than I think some of us may have wanted to admit.
Yeah, the Pats are pedestrian this year, but
yeah, they look like shit for sure.
yeah. With that said, let's have a look at the standings. The Earth Division. Dem Lions is still up top. He's 5-3. He has 1109 points scored. Bino Poppy's 504. He's at 1225.04 points scored. Las Vegas United 4-4 as well, 1109.48 points scored. The Fornicators 3-5, 1179.2 points scored. So this division, man, my division is definitely the closest division.
It is tight, bro. Yeah, everybody's still in it.
Yeah, I can't. Nobody can drop games anymore, man. It's pretty much like it's playoff mode right now. Because if you lose, you're going to put yourself in a bit of a hole. And then I'm 0-4, 3 in the division. I'm sorry. And so
to win this division, you're probably going to have to win at least 2 of the last 3 divisional games.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I think points 4 is going to probably come into play too. If you guys are even, if y'all split, if you in second place or first and second place split, wins for the season 1-1, then points 4 come into play, and everybody's kind of tight there too. It's not like somebody's like up by a lot. You know what I mean? Like everybody's still within striking distance there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that shakes out.
I do think that we probably will see 2 teams out of this division, though, just based off of the remaining couple of games. I do think we might see 2 teams out of this division, but that remains to be seen. We'll see. The Win Division, Over Easy's up top at 7-1, 1305.08 points scored. Bad Hombre 6-2, 1418.86 points scored. The Peaky Blindside falls 3-5, 1258.16 points scored, and Crossfaded 3-5, 1203.52 points scored. So, you got 2 heavy hitters in this division. You got 2 teams that you're expecting to make the playoffs that are pretty much, shoo-ins at not shoo-ins quite yet, but you guys are looking really, really good. And then you have Peaky Blindside and Crossfaded who are still in the thick of it. They've fallen this last week, but if they can string together a couple of wins, they're right back in the hunt. So this division is a pretty interesting one as well. And the Fire Division, we got the Bangkok Ladyboys at 6-2, 1383.64 points scored. Flint Tropics 4-4, 1214.94 points scored. Third place in the division is Gulon Santo at 2-6, 1174.3 points scored. And the Gridiron Throne is 4th place in that division, 1-7, 1054.22 points scored. So
watch out for Flint Tropics making a late run with McCaffrey coming back this week, man.
Yeah.
He could start maybe making up some ground there. He's only 2 games back of the Ladyboys, so that can get interesting this next half of the season.
Yeah. The Ladyboys has a hiccup and Flint Tropics has a bit of a run. You never know. Flint has a chance to win the division, especially with CMC coming back. But Marlon, you're not quite out of it, man. You have to win, though, dude. You cannot lose another game. I've been saying, I think,
for the last
have to win
4 games. We've been saying that.
You cannot lose anymore. Like, this is the week, man. If you lose this week, it's over.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I'm probably going to lose this week.
Hey, man, I saw, though, you've made some major changes to your roster. It looks completely different.
I did.
So that's what you got to do, bro.
That's what you got to do.
So, yes, sir. Let's send it over to Chris's corner.
Okay, boys. We're going to start with who the fuck is that guy? DJ Dallas. 5 catches for 17 yards. I know that's not that impressive, but PPR, that's 5 points right there, right? We're just gonna chip away here. 41 yards, right? That's another rushing. That's another 4 points. But he scores a rushing touchdown and he scores a receiving touchdown and he gets 22.8 points. 4th on the fucking Seattle depth chart when it comes to running backs.
I was about to ask whose team is he on?
Yeah, Seattle, the Seattle Seahawks. The 3 guys in front of him got hurt, and he got the opportunity, and he did decent for fantasy purposes. So DJ Dallas, man. Who the fuck is that guy? And he might be startable this week too. I think Marlon, you picked him up, right?
I sure did.
Are you going to start him?
I had Carlos Hyde. I'm just waiting for the official announcement.
The confirmation. There we go.
Chris Carson isn't playing.
Hey, that's a good move right there. That's a good move. I like it. The squander this week. That's what you got to do. We touched on it earlier, Mike. The gridiron.
Oh, tell me it's not me.
You got it. You got it. If you would have started Marvin Jones over AJ Green, I think that would have put you like a point ahead there.
No,
that might have gotten you the victory. A point behind? Are you sure, dude?
Double check the math. I don't know.
Yeah, man, it was close. It was close.
That's what I told myself
CPA.
at least.
Puro CPA. No que CPA, bro. Get chingon with your CPA over there.
Yeah, well, I have to tell myself, things to make me feel good.
Always.
You're the certified pendejo accountant over here. I'm kidding, man. The bed shitter, Culon Santo. I'm sorry, bro. It was you this week. 92.52 points. I mean, what do you have to say for yourself, man?
It makes me sad, man. It makes me sad.
I'm sorry. I got it mixed up. You're the no-telling pussy, not the bed shitter. But hey,
okay.
Well, that makes me sad too.
I got myself mixed up in my notes. You're the no-telling pussy this week. I'm sorry, man. But still, yeah. I mean, it's not good either way.
That makes Chris the only one of us that hasn't been no-talent pussy.
Oh. Hey, bro, don't put that on me, man. It might hit me this week. You better calm down.
Chris, you're amongst three pussies, man.
What's that smell, bro? What's that smell? Hey, the bed shitters this week.
Like bumblebee tuna.
The bed shitters this week. Amari Cooper, 1.5 points. I think he had one catch for 5 yards. I mean, I mean, is it his fault? I mean, he had fucking Ben DiNucci throwing him the ball. And then Nelson Aguilar
throwing other players the ball.
Yeah, it's like the Cowboys gave him laxatives before bed, and he woke up and it smelled.
Yeah, pobrecito. And Nelson Aguilar, man, zero. Oh, go ahead.
He looked scared, man. Like in the pocket, he just deer headlights. Was not ready. He was not ready to play.
I never noticed because I'm not I never played football, right? I mean, who am I to judge, right? But one of the announcers pointed out his feet, right, and his footwork, and I could tell it was fucking garbage, dude. And I don't know shit about it, but I was like, I know it's not supposed to look like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know your feet aren't supposed to look like that when you're throwing a fucking ball. Yeah. So it was just. I don't think he's getting the start this week. That's a conversation for another time, bro. We're not going to get into all that. But let me finish this off. The bed shitter, Nelson Aguilar with the goose. Again, I mean, it was a windy game. It was kind of a shitty situation for him, but I think he got 2 targets, didn't catch either one of them, and he goosed Vino Poppies, but it didn't matter at the end for him. So good for him. But we're gonna pour him out now. We're gonna get a little sad. This is a big one. Marlon, right? George Kittle, that's your boy. 8 weeks, dude. I think he has a broken foot, or he has a bone broken in his foot or something.
But I heard that it wasn't that he might be actually suiting up a lot sooner. So it's going to take him 8 weeks to fully recover, but he can play in 2-3 weeks or something.
I heard that.
We'll see what happens.
I heard that Jimmy G is going to be taking some time off too.
Yeah, Jimmy G. I think he's out for 6 weeks, but who knows, man? That might be the end of Jimmy G.
He's going to do some soul searching.
He's going to become a model. He'll be a model after this season.
Hey, man. Poor guy. Poor fucking guy. And the big cock on the block, the fornicators, man. The fornicators with the 70 burger from Mahomes did it for him. And he ended up with 178.74 points, 179 points. And by far, I mean, the biggest score of the week. This was a very low scoring week across the league. So 179 was more than enough to be the big cock on the block.
I think this is the first week that the big cock on the block wasn't at least 185 points or something like that, right? It's been at least 180 something. So low scoring week all the way around, but the fornicators getting it done.
That's
so let's have a look at the Week 9 matchups. The first game we're looking at, ready for it, is the Peaky Blindside at 3-5 versus the Gridiron Throne at 1-7.
You motherfucker! I forgot to adjust my lineup. So son of a bitch! I forgot to take Ayuk out, man.
Man! There it goes.
You know what's gonna happen, dude? You're gonna win this week, I bet. You're my pick, bro. This is a good omen. You play the players you want to play, and you lose, Mike. When you play the players you don't want to play, you're gonna win, dude. Just check it out. That sucks, though.
That sucks, bro.
I need you to beat him, Mike. Goddamn, bro.
Division rivals. I need you to beat him too, man. Because like we're those wild card fighting spots right now, dude. So I need you to take care of business there. And you starting a COVID guy is not going to help.
Yeah.
Man. Let's have a look at the rest of the matchup.
Yeah, Mike, I'm sorry, man. I can't pick you when you're starting fucking Brandon Ayuk, dude. I'm gonna have to go with fucking Peaky. I don't want to do it. I don't want to pick Peaky. Hey, but goddamn, you leave me no choice, man.
I don't blame you. You know what? There's a non-zero chance that whoever I would have played in place of him would have scored like 2 points.
Probably would have got 2 points. It's a wash. It's a wash. You're right. Hey, so Deshaun Watson against Jacksonville, that's a decent matchup, right? Jacksonville's defense isn't what it used to be, for sure. So Deshaun Watson should have himself a game. And let's mention, he didn't lose Fuller, right? Will Fuller stays put, doesn't get traded away. This is great for Deshaun Watson's fantasy
output for sure.
Yeah, so he should be good to go for the rest of the season there.
Yeah.
McKinnon is starting McKinnon as RB1 this week. That's a little rough. So you might catch a break there. There, Mike. I know that San Francisco running that situation is like they have a different guy every week, so it's kind of And McKinnon, even the times he's played, I think he was pretty good early on in the season, but lately he hasn't looked very good. So maybe you catch a break there, Mike. Maybe.
Yeah. You may wanna write down my name for Squander.
Maybe
already.
Bro. You may want to pencil that one in for next.
Bro, you were just talking about how you weren't the no talent pussy of the week at any point of this season, and here you are.
Oh man.
I talked about that COVID omen, bro. Yeah. Remember I talked about that COVID omen? How everybody had COVID on that roster? And then guess what happened? What happened?
Bam.
Allen Robinson against Tennessee is a juicy one, too, for Peaky. Tyreek Hill against Carolina. Rob Gronkowski against... I'm going to have to change my mind, Mike. I'm going to go with Peaky on this one, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Although I do like Marvin Jones against Minnesota, even though Stafford's going to probably miss the game. So you got Chase Daniels throwing him the football.
Stafford's actually not going to – he's not going to miss.
Oh, he's not going to miss.
He tested negative.
Oh, I thought you're good, bro. You might win this fucking thing. Let's go. We're gonna be rooting for you. Let's hope it happens, Mike. Because Kenny G's out. Marvin Jones is gonna get all the targets. He might make up the difference that that zero Brendan Ayuk's gonna get you. So
zero Brendan Ayuk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? As a fellow low scoring. Low scoring.
Friends in low places.
Yeah, friends in low places. I got your back, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
Where the whiskey drowns in the beer.
For the first time, I'm gonna actually watch that Detroit game and and root for you.
All right.
There you go.
I'm gonna turn on the velita.
You guys gonna make me pick against myself this week?
I'm gonna pick against
myself. Yeah.
I do think it's going to be close, man. I'll say that. I don't like to get, like Chris always says, the projections are shit. I think it's going to be closer, even with your COVID ordeal, man.
Yeah.
Or not. We don't know. But I think, did we all place our, do we all cast our ballots? Are we done counting?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, I actually do get you legitimately, Mike. I don't think Tyreek Hill is going to have a huge game against Carolina. He's Tyreek Hill, but he's not the same Tyreek from many moons ago. As far as like monster points,
Yeah,
he's got a few 20-point games, but as
20.
far as
get him 20. He ain't gonna get 40.
Yeah, and then he comes back and gets 40.
Sas por atrás. Sas por atrás. You got it. Take it away.
Anyway,
there we have it.
Moving on.
So the choices there were very ambiguous. We don't know who's taking who there. The next matchup we're looking at is Dem Lions at 5-3 against Flint Tropics 4-4. This is a good one, man. Again, this is your playoff positioning. This is a very important match for both teams. And is McCaffrey playing for Flint this week? Is he coming back off of IR? Do you guys have any?
Yeah.
Any news?
Yeah. What I heard the coach, the Panthers coach. What's his rule? Mike. Not Mike Rule. Is it Mike Rule?
Ja? Is it Ja?
Is it Ja Rule? It might be Ja Rule. Matt Rule said that if the game was played on Thursday, that he would not have a problem rolling McCaffrey out if it was played today. So that leads you to believe that the fucking game's on Sunday, McCaffrey should be on the field. So it looks like McCaffrey is going to come back against Kansas City. I mean, not, they're a decent defense, but, he's Christian McCaffrey. I think he might be enough to put Flint Tropics over the edge and on top of them Lions, dude. I look at them Lions squad, and it's a decent squad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, it's projected to be close, but I mean, once McCaffrey's in there, I think that might do it for Flint and put him over the top. So I'm going to take Flint. McCaffrey a comeback game.
Yeah, he has Tannehill. Flint has Tannehill playing, who hasn't looked that great the last couple of weeks. And then Dem Lions, I guess he normally has Stafford starting, but he picked up Roethlisberger with that COVID scare, and Roethlisberger is going up against Dallas. So if he starts him, Roethlisberger can put up a pretty big score for him. I'm not too sold on Swift at his running back position. Thielen against Detroit looks really good for him, though. But on the other side, for Flint, he has Terry McLaurin, who has a juicy matchup against the Giants. It's going to be close, I think. But I think I'm going to agree with Chris. If Christian McCaffrey plays, I'm going to have to give it to Flint.
I agree with you guys.
Yeah, I give it to Flint. Given the McCaffrey factor.
Unanimous.
The McFactor.
There we go. That was an easy one. The next matchup is Sculon Santo at 2-6 versus the Fornicators 3-5. Like we talked about earlier, Marlon, you cannot lose, man. And we have and this is the first time ever, I think, that we've had the no talent pussy and the big cock on the block from the previous week play against each other in a matchup. Very interesting dynamic.
Indeed.
Indeed.com.
You know what? I like the Chase Edmonds against Miami there. I think that's going to be a fucking, hopefully, I don't think Kenyon Drake's going to come back, right? This
he's on
week,
my bench
even if he does. But even if he does, but I think you'd rather have Chase Edmonds start over Kenyon Drake, to be honest, because he's actually looked a little better with the opportunity than Kenyon Drake.
When Drake went out, Edmonds he looked really good, dude. He looked solid.
Yeah.
He's projected to have a game.
The only caution here would be, damn it, my app froze.
Amari Cooper with the fourth fucking quarterback now. It looks like who's starting? Tom, you fucking know his name because you would you say him in high school or something?
Garrett Gilbert.
Oh
played against him in high school. Yeah, Eric crossfaded sacked him in a playoff game. Garrett Gilbert was supposed to be like this because his dad played in the NFL and like they played and like Garrett Gilbert was supposed to be. He went to UT, right? He was like their starting quarterback for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he was supposed to be like the next big thing. So like my parents got this framed picture of my brother like tackling him, but Never worked out. Hey,
it didn't pan out.
It reminds me of that scene.
That was just a stupid picture.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that scene from The Office when they're watching the sexual harassment training, and Daryl says that he had sex with that actress, and then Michael comes out. You know, Daryl, the girl in the video, Daryl banged her.
Yeah.
Eric sacked him.
Hey,
Eric sacked him.
I was gonna say, for you, Marlon, I'd be a little bit concerned about Patrick Mahomes going against the Carolina defense. I'd be concerned about that, but
hey, bro, he's not dropping 70 again, all right?
He's not. Yeah, I don't think he's dropping 70.
But he could drop like 40.
Hey, and you know what? What I like about the but you know what I like about the app, about the sleeper app? They show a little weather icon, and I see little clouds, bro, and they're blowing, cabron. So you know what that means, dude? Less than 70 points. Less than 70 points. I'm calling my shot.
I'm more nervous about
hey man, this sleeper app. There's like an update every week with the sleeper app, right? It looks different every week.
Yeah, it looks different.
Yeah.
He's also the Fornicators is also missing a tight end right now. I don't know if does he have someone on his roster? Oh, he has Cooper, who's on bye. I don't know. He might have to pick somebody up from the waiver wire. I don't know what he's going to do there, but there's a player that he's missing right now.
Yeah, I think he had Jimmy Graham, but I think he got hurt, and so he had to replace him with someone else. So we'll see who he picks up.
Yeah,
Slim Pickens though out there, huh?
Yeah,
very slim.
It's always a tough position to pick from the waiver wire.
Yeah. I traded pretty much all of my players, and if I do get the green light for DJ Dallas, I'm gonna it breaks my heart, my Cowboy heart, but I'm gonna bench Amari Cooper. I'm gonna have to bench.
You should. That's a good call, man. You got to think with your brain, bro, not with your heart. You know. Yeah.
You also have the Steelers defense going up against Dallas, man. So the Steelers might get you 30 points, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like outlandish.
That could be dirty, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go.
How these new quarterbacks do? They might bench them all and put Jerry Jones in there. Who knows?
A la verga.
12 sacks.
Old Gerald.
12 sacks.
Old Gerald. I'm gonna go with you, Marlon. I think you squeak this one out. You get in that dub column, and I need the Fornicators to lose because he's in my division.
Division. Man, I can't. I'm sorry, Marlon. You're my Cowboys brother, bro. Pero, I mean.
Pero está cabrón.
Pero está cabrón, güey. Está cabrón.
Marlon, I got
you know what, bro? No, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to choose you, Marlon. Fuck the bullshit, especially if you don't start Amari Cooper. You changed my mind. I'm going to pick you. Culo Santo for the dub.
We're basement brothers, Marlon. I got your back.
Marlon, you got it, bro. Clean sweep.
Unanimous.
Unanimous. The Fornicators, bro, they're all high. They're all high and mighty right now. They're fucking feeling themselves. You know what I mean? They took out two of the biggest teams. They're underestimating you, bro. They're underestimating you right now. You're gonna sneak up on them, and you're gonna do to them what they did to me. Okay? You're gonna fucking avenge your Cowboys brother this week, and you're gonna fucking take it
from your mouth to God's ears, bro.
Hey, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's going up against Denver, who's had a decent secondary all season, but they lost their. And when Matt Ryan has Julio Jones, he's pretty good, man. He's pretty good.
Pretty good.
You never know. Matt Ryan might drop 40 and cancel out Mahomes, man. You never know.
Let's see.
We'll see. So that's unanimous. Everyone's going with Culon Santo on that one. The next matchup is the game of the week, the primetime game. The Bad Hombres at 6-2 versus the also 6-2 Lady Boys.
Whoa.
Rivalry game. Is this a bit of a rivalry-ish kind of game, right?
It's a little bit, yeah. It's a little bit of a rivalry game. You know, me and Lady Boys, we were both diggity dog shit last season, and this season we're up there a little bit now. We picked it up this season for sure. And so we've been talking a little bit of shit like we do, you know. We were actually discussing some trades, maybe, possibly, but we held off until after this week let's see how things shake out. So yeah, it's a friendly rivalry, I say, because you know we might end up doing some business before the trade deadline. But he actually hit me up and he was like, "I trust you. Who do I start, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?" And I gave him my honest opinion. Yeah, like fucking 20 minutes before the game started, and I gave him my honest opinion. I was like, bro, I was like, start Tom Brady because he's got AB coming this week. He's gonna want to show him some love. He's gonna have all the options, and he's going up against New Orleans, and the New Orleans defense is shit. And he was like, all right, I'm starting Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, okay. Do what you want to do, but I gave him my honest opinion. I thought he should have started Tom Brady.
Listen, he must have texted me like 5 minutes after that because he asked. And I told him to start Aaron Rodgers, and that's who he went.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
Dude, I guess Tom Brady has a big-ass week this week.
He's gonna, dude.
At the start of the episode, I guess Aaron Rodgers had thrown Devontae a touchdown pass, so he sent me like Aaron Rodgers plus Devontae Adams heart, and I was like, yeah. I sent him to flex, but it doesn't look too hot right now. It's still early on, but yeah, I told him Aaron Rodgers. Right. I told him it was close though. I was like, I don't know, dude. It's a tough one. I'm kind of leaning Rodgers, so that's what happened.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I made the trade, the big fucking trade that's looming large right now, I looked at the schedule and I was like, okay, I'll beat the Fornicators and I'll lose to the fucking Ladyboys and I'll be 7-3, and then Nick Chubb will come back. Nick Chubb will come back and put him in my starting lineup and we're good to go, right? That's what I'm thinking. But now, obviously, I lost to the Fornicators, and I'm telling you, Ladyboys has a fucking squad. I can't pick myself, especially not with the injury situation that I have going on right now. I'm gonna pick the Ladyboys, but I think we might have a close fucking nail biter here. And what more can you ask for from this matchup, dude? I think it's gonna be close. I really do.
This is the Sunday night game, bro. This is the Sunday night game,
brother.
Yeah. I think it'll
be here's the thing, man. DeAndre Hopkins against Miami. I mean, I know Miami's defense has been stepping it up a little bit, but bro, DeAndre Hopkins is, and then we just talked about Dalvin Cook, bro. You got DeAndre Hopkins and Dalvin Cook on your squad?
Yeah.
Those guys could each go for 50.
I think it'll be close too. I think the key players is obviously going to be Russell Wilson for you and Dalvin Cook for the Ladyboys. Chris, I think the Ladyboys are going to take it this week, man. Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins, man. I think those two players are going to put up some big points this week.
The only thing that might is that I actually started Aaron Jones for the Thursday night game. That's actually happening right now, and it looks like he has a good start so far. And Aaron Jones has been battling this calf injury, and I was debating between starting him or Jermichael Hasty, who's the starting running back for the Niners, because of all those injuries that they had. And I swear to God, it was 5 minutes before the game started, and I just made the decision. I just put in Aaron Jones. I was like, I'm gonna live and die by Aaron Jones, bro. I fucking drafted Aaron Jones. And he's gonna play. I'm gonna fucking have to play him, even if he's on a snap count or whatever. Fuck it. And like right now, it's looking like the right decision so far, but we'll see what happens.
He's looking good. I think he hits 100. I think he hit that bonus, dude. So that's probably gonna help. It looks that way.
Let's hope.
But yeah, I think I think Kelsey against Carolina. Kelsey's probably gonna. I think he's gonna tear up Carolina, dude. I don't think Carolina guards the tight end that well.
Right. Wilson against Buffalo, dude. I think that's gonna.
Yeah, that's the big one. That was gonna be back and forth, high scoring game because Seattle can't stop anybody, and Buffalo's D isn't as good as it used to be. It's gonna be a high scoring game. So
here's the other X factor, bro. Let me give you I know before you make your pick, the Ronald Jones thing. Fucking Bruce bitch ass Arians, bro. Bruce Aryan Brotherhood looking motherfucker. Ronald Jones fumbles the fucking ball in the first quarter. He's looking good. Beginning of the game, he's got some good runs. He's got like some good catches. Tom Brady throws a fucking ball that gets tipped. Ronald Jones goes down to his fucking knees to make this catch. It almost hits the fucking ground, but he makes his catch. And as soon as he gets up, he turns and he gets fucking laid out, right? He gets hit. And he fumbles the ball within the 20-yard line. And then, the Giants ended up scoring on that drive. Bruce Arians fucking benched his ass. And it was like, dude, like, that shit's not even his fault, really. Like, the route was thrown off by the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. Like, and dude, I think Bruce Arians just has it out for fucking Ronald Jones, bro. Any mistake he makes, he's got the shortest leash, dude. If he drops a fucking ball, he gets benched, and in comes Leonard Fournette, dude. Every fucking time it happens like that. And it's fucking frustrating, bro. So I think Ronald Jones is going to get the start against New Orleans, but if he fucking misses a block, bro, his night is done, dude. So that is the biggest dice roll that I've got going on.
It's Fournette back too,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it
with
is.
Fournette being there, it's just like, oh, you drop a pass, Leonard.
Yeah,
get in there, boy.
Because I think they want to pretend to be loyal to Ronald Jones, so they throw him out there to start the game. But I swear, dude, any little mistake, if he drops a fucking ball or misses an assignment on the block, his night's done, dude. And they throw in Leonard Fournette because they just favor Leonard Fournette for some reason. But Ronald Jones, when he's had the opportunity, man, it's fucking shitty. So that's my rant. I'm sorry.
You're good. I think I'm gonna take you, man. I think just Travis Kelce's gonna have a monster game this week. That's my prediction. I don't have faith in Mark Andrews. I don't have faith in Lamar Jackson throwing the ball at all. So I think Mark Andrews not gonna do too hot, and the Kelce's just gonna have a monster game. And that's why I'm going with that hombres.
Oh.
Yeah, I got you also, Chris. I think Russell Wilson's gonna have a monster game, dude. That's gonna be just it's gonna be one of those big ones for him for sure.
Yeah.
And I like Travis Kelce for at tight end against Carolina.
X factor this week.
Yeah, man. It's like he's like legit, like he's like a receiver, right? Like he puts up receiver points. Like it's like having another wide receiver in your tight end position. So thank you.
Because we're looking at the rosters right now. You guys ever see the mascots just like throwing shit at each other?
Yeah.
I just saw Chris's little Spartan guy throw like a
fucking fireball.
Street Fighter, fireball at Bruce Panda. Anyhow, Mike.
I picked the Lady Boys this week. Sorry, Chris.
So
fuck off.
3-1.
You're dead.
3-1. That was the big matchup this week. The next matchup is a brotherly one. It is crossfaded at 3-5 versus myself. Las Vegas United 4-4. Important game for both of us. Where both of us are still in the hunt. So I'm going to try my best to beat him, but I'm going to take him. I'm going all in on crossfaded.
All in, bro. I need you to be crossfaded. So I'm gonna go with you, man. Devontae Adams is already having himself a decent game. He's already got 15 points in the first half. That's great. That's good to see. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire has a bounce back game. I think they might force the issue a little bit with him, especially if it's going to be windy. They might run the ball a little more. They might show him some love since he didn't have that great of a game last week. And then Justin Herbert against the Raiders, man, that's a juicy matchup there. I think he keeps rolling, man. I think Justin Herbert's going to keep rolling, and I think he breaks 30 for you this week, and that might be enough to put you overboard there.
I think you have the more favorable matchups as well. Lamar Jackson has obviously been a huge disappointment this season, and then Mike Evans is he's pretty good, but with Antonio Brown coming in this week, we might see
too many targets. And Godwin looks like he's coming back too.
Yeah, we may see some some decline in production from him. So I think you're definitely the favorite this week. I'll pick you this week.
Yeah, and Kamara's got a tough matchup against Tampa. That's another bad situation there for crossfaded.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you, Tom.
So that's 3-1.
Boom.
Yeah.
Making sure everybody knows. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think I do have some pretty good matchups this week. I'm starting Deontay Johnson against Dallas for sure. I'm not fucking around. I'm not taking David Montgomery. David Montgomery's not a sexy running back at all, man, but he's very consistent. He's 15 points at least, very consistent, 15 to 17 points a week. That's just,
he's not going to lose it for you. Yeah.
He's the only guy. He's the only guy on that roster. He's the only running back there. He's not going to lose me the game. I'm not going to fuck around and get cute like I did last week. But yeah, with that said, I'm still taking crossfaded, but I hope I win. The next matchup, the final matchup, is over easy at 7-1 versus Vino Papschmears. The Vino Papschmears at 4-4. This is a good one, man. Vino Papi's team looks really, really good. I know he's projected to have the highest scoring total at the end of the week based off the projections. But like we talk about all the time, these are suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Michael Thomas coming back allegedly, and if he does, man, nighty night, sweet princess, brother, that's gonna be tough to fucking beat. I mean, Michael Thomas and DK Metcalf. I mean, that's a and Stephon Diggs. That might be the best receiving core of the league. I mean, with the three receivers. I mean, two receivers. I'd take your two receivers, Tom, over two of his receivers, but. As far as when you take three receivers into consideration, I think that's a scary crew there. DK, Stephon Diggs, and Michael Thomas. So
yeah, man. Looking at the rosters and looking at the matchups, I think this will be a really, really close game. I think the potential X factor here will come down to who gets more targets this week, Lockett or Metcalf.
Yeah, that is gonna be interesting. That's gonna that game might
It might come down to that, man. That might be the difference maker this week.
And we'll see if Josh Allen can have a bounce back game because he hasn't been putting up numbers. And it looks brilliant on your part, Chris. You got rid of him. He's been doing just very mediocre.
Yeah.
So, but if he can get it done against anybody, it's going to be the Seattle defense.
It should be. Yeah.
Over easy traded for Kyler Murray. He's going up against Miami. Kyler Murray is probably going to have a day, but if Josh Allen could sort of neutralize, her side, then you never know. Derrick Henry also has a difficult matchup against Chicago. And then again, Tyler Lockett. It's funny, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf on opposing teams here. And we'll see who has the big game. That could very well be the deciding factor.
It is Lockett's turn. It is his turn to go off. Let's not forget DK went off last week. So, odds are Tyler Lockett should go off.
She has some key running backs out. Kareem Hunt, Carson's probably not going to play. Kareem Hunt's on a bye. I think if she had one of those guys, it'd look a lot better for her. But I have to pick her.
Starting Dobbins. Starting Dobbins is a little sketchy. But you're right. If she did have one of her running backs, one of her RB1s starting, it'd be a different story. But starting J.K. Dobbins, I mean, fuck, man, it's bye week, right? You gotta try to make a play, and that might be the right play. I mean, I think Dobbins is going to get the opportunity. Let's just see what he does with it.
It's against the Colts, man. So that's a
tough match.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Colts have a pretty decent defense, so I don't know about that.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's really good defense.
Yeah.
So I gotta go with over easy, but it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick against over easy because she's the best team in the league right now. But I think if I had to make a pick, I think I'm gonna go with Vino this week, man.
All right, that's 2 for Vino, 1 for over easy, and Marlon, you're up, bro.
I'm gonna go with Haley, man.
2 for 2.
Just because I have a feeling that Tyler Lockett's is gonna get the majority of the targets this week, and also, but then I forgot that I traded Stephon Diggs to him, and he's got Josh Allen, so that's like double. Anything that comes his way, he's gonna get instant double.
This is basically your team from last week playing against each other.
Yeah. This is my team. This is my best players playing against each other.
Yeah.
I know Vino's feeling himself right now. He's been silent all year. Now he's just he's doing the mic drop and stuff. So we'll see how that goes, man. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm making all these trades." I was like, "Yeah, dude," but he's got Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen that are on bye when I play him, and he's got James Robinson against the Pittsburgh defense. So I'm okay with it.
You're okay with that, yeah.
But that's it, man. We'll see how it goes. That one's split 2-2. Good luck to everybody in week 9. Another very important week. And we'll see how it goes, guys.
Yeah. All right, boys. Good luck.